What's up everyone? I'm Elsa and today we are going to be doing a quick little strength circuit with a Superband. So a Superband, if you are not familiar, is basically a long loop band. A common use that you would see for them is like an assisted pull-up. That's definitely not what we're doing with them today, but that is what you might know them for. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into this. So our first exercise is going to be a deadlift with these. If you are unfamiliar with a deadlift involves picking something up from the ground or like a platform with a straight back, right? So you keep everything in line, you hike your hips back and you stand up like that, right? So that is like a super simplified version, but let's show you it with a band. So this is a Superband band. I'm gonna step on it. My feet are equal distant on that band and my hands have the sides of it or the ends. So I'm standing, I go about you normally go about hip width, shoulder width apart. Sometimes you go wider than shoulder, but for this, we're gonna go shoulder width, right? We're in that upright position. Everything is locked out straight on top of each other. And we are hinging our hips back like that, right? And standing tall with it. Yeah, our load is the resistance band. We don't have anything that we're picking up off of the ground today, right? So we lower, from that lower position, lift the hips back and stand, ha. Lower it nice and slow. Stand tall, ha. Always maintaining tension on the band, always looking forward and not rounding the spine. If you start to notice your back dipping like that, you wanna adjust. Think about pointing those hips backwards and standing tall, ha. Hips back, stand tall. If you've never done a deadlift before, you might wanna drop the resistance and just start by trying to feel what that motion feels like, right? You can grab a broomstick, put that against your back, and really feel that the broomstick is in line with your back and flat against it the whole time. Something like that could be helpful for you. Once we are done with our deadlift, we're gonna move on to a squat. So for that, you're again going to step on the band, right? Like with the middle of your foot. Adjust your stance so your feet are again about shoulder width apart, and then you are slipping that band around your neck, right? So it looks like that. If you want to see it from the back or from the side. Once we're here, it's good to like hold on to the sides of the band right by your chest, and then you just drop into a regular squat like you would. So you lower and you lift. You lower and you lift, just like that. We're doing 10 of these guys. Ha. Trying to maintain your chest in as upright of a position as your body allows. We lower and we lift. Ha. Again, from the front, it looks like this. You lower, you lift. Ha. I'm gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Ha. Okay, and then you can slip out of that. Our next one is going to be an overhead press. For the overhead press, my band is like a light to medium one, I think. So I'm gonna do one foot is stepping on the band, other foot is gonna come next to it, and my hand is right in line with my shoulder. You can see I'm just pressing straight overhead and lowering. Straight overhead and lowering, right? Ha. And lowering. So on that lift, my shoulders are level, right? Ha. When I'm down here, my shoulder isn't starting up in my ear. I want to pull it back and down. Ha. We lift and we lower. Hey. We're doing 10 per side. If your band is on the heavier side, you can step in it with both feet, taking the band like so your thumbs and your fingers are facing forward, and then you can press it with both hands up overhead. Yeah, For that lockout position, you want your wrist to be kept straight like that. You don't want to let your wrist drop. So it's kept straight the whole entire time. Yeah. Once we do that, we can go ahead and switch sides, right? So again, stepping on that band with the middle of your foot, lifting up and lowering, ha. Lifting up and lowering, ha. If that's, yeah, so keep going with that. Our next exercise is going to be a banded overhead press. So in order to do that, you're gonna take your band, step on it with one foot, right? You're gonna bring your hand up so it's like in line with your shoulder, right? Your wrist is straight, right? I'm not letting it fall out to the side or fall in. It's locked out, it's straight. And I am just pressing overhead. Ha. And it's really important on these to tuck your tail. So, right, you're tucking that booty in, engaging your core, and then you're pressing. Because what can happen when your weight gets heavy is you're gonna start pressing like that. You're gonna stop using the correct muscles and you're gonna start just letting yourself go back into it, right? So straight up, straight down. So you can see my hand better, just because I don't have room in the frame. I'm gonna show you from a kneeling position. This is harder stability-wise for me. You're gonna go straight up. On that lockout, you see how I have to correct my wrist into that straight line, and you pull back down. You lift, hold it into that straight line, and pull back down, yeah? When on that lifting phase, you're making sure that shoulder is still down and out of your ear, and you press up and lower. You don't wanna lean back, so tuck the tail, squeeze the butt, lift, and lower, ha. If your band is too heavy, it's 10 per side, so if you've hit 10 per side, switch. If your band is too heavy, you can grab it like so. So both feet shoulder width apart, thumbs and fingers facing forward, and you can press overhead and back down. Same principle. Your back is straight, you're tucking your tail, you're squeezing your butt, you're pressing up, and you're lowering, shoulders out of your ears. That's if your band is too heavy. I would encourage you to still try to see if you can do it single arm before you say like, no, I can't. Give yourself a chance, see if it feels good. If it doesn't, go with both arms, yeah? Okay, so we lift, we lower. This is me on the other side, ha. 10 total per side. We're not getting out of it that easy, huh? Not 10 in general. Ha. If you need to do less reps, that is okay. If you need to take a break, again, okay. If you notice yourself start to pull back like I just did, tuck your tail, ha. And remember to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Full lockout each time. Once you've done that, we are going to do a band pull apart. So what that means is you're gonna take your band with both of your hands. You're gonna adjust where your hands are depending on how heavy that band is. I'm gonna start closer together, right? And then you're gonna pull your shoulders down out of your ears, hands in line with your shoulders. You're gonna pull out until the band touches your chest, pull it back in under control. I need to move my hands further out so it's a little bit easier, yeah? Pull all the way out with straight arms, back edge, straight wrist, ha. Just like that, ha. 20 of these guys total. It's gonna take you a second to adjust to a resistance that actually feels good for you. So pull across, release. Pull across, release. Pull across, release, ha. Keep it going. If you need to take a break, roll out your shoulders, that is totally fine. I encourage you to try to do as many straight as you can, but a break, there's no shame in that. Come on, ha. Come on. Straight across so it touches your chest each time. If it doesn't touch your chest, it does not count as one rep. Yeah, gotta do it again. Ha. I'm gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Breathe. Roll those shoulders down. Ooh. Breathe. That is it. You can roll your shoulders forward if you want. Big arm circles. Stretch them out. And that is it. If you want to continue to take a few deep breaths, continue to stretch. That is totally fine. Do that. Breath, stretch, breathe. If you want to repeat the circuit a couple more times, do that as well. I would encourage you to repeat it a couple more times if that's something that feels good for you and for your body. If this is your first time using one of these and you're thinking, what the heck just happened? That hurt a little bit. I'm gonna be sore. You can totally stop. That's also okay. Build up your tolerance for it and for this kind of workout. It's a little bit different than like a body weight strength is going to be. So yeah, that is it for me in this class. Please let me know if you have any questions. I am here to help you answer them, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.